Do 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 do. Hey yo, what's happening, wrestling savages? Lock the doors, turn the volume to 11 because you've just stormed the battlefield of VK Punk Wrestling, the future undisputed and soon to be holder of the throne of pure pro wrestling insanity. I am your chaos conductor, the bad guy, your boy, Vin C Punk. Ready to drag you through a straight up war zone of vicious suplexes, killer mic work, and that unfiltered fire that makes wrestling the most adrenaline junkie sport on the damn planet. Tonight, we're diving headfirst into last night's SmackDown with our legendary Yay Boo Verdict Fest. And brother, it's an episode that's got more heat than a Hell in a Cell roof spot. This channel isn't some casual watch. It's the beating electric heart of the VK Punk wrestling army. And if you're strapped in right beside me, I got love for you, brother. If your blood's pumping like you just kicked out of a tombstone at 2, then hammer that subscribe button, obliterate the like button, and smash the bell icon so you never miss a single explosion. You want to turn the dial up past maximum? Come find me, Vin C Punk, on X, Facebook, and TikTok for the unfiltered clips, nuclear takes, and locker room lunacy that'll keep your whole week lit. VK Punk Wrestling, where we the ones for wrestling content. Guys, on YouTube, just in case you're missing it, I'm live recording this on Facebook and TikTok right now. So I'm kind of having a lot of fun with this. We're gonna do this. I'm not gonna always do this live here, but today we are, because it is, if you weren't aware, it is our big relaunch. This is the first video that we're really doing as part of the relaunch, and we'll have all those videos coming at you guys more often and on a weekly basis. We'll have the Yay Boo review for SmackDown on Saturday, like we're doing right now. We'll have the Yay Boo review for Monday Night Raw on Tuesday, and within the next 2 weeks, we will start having a podcast every Sunday. We're going to have a great time now on this channel. There's a lot of stuff that was in the way before that's not in the way now. But we're going to get going. So let's do this. Before we rip into the massive SmackDown cartage, let me give a huge shout out to the absolute legends over at Capco Championship Belts. The crew crafting title gold so elite it would make any legend sweat. These aren't your average straps. They're handcrafted, fully leather works of art, from spot-on WWE replicas to one-of-a-kind customs that tell your story louder than a WrestleMania pyroblast. Their mastermind, Abdul Man, that man's got the Macho Man level of precision and flair. Every rivet, every plate is pure perfection, guys. They even built the killer VK Punk Wrestling Championship belt we rock. I don't have it in the studio right now, and it looks straight fire. They've got full merch lineup too, tees, hoodie, masks, hats, all dripping with that main event aura. Head straight to www.capcointernational.com, scroll through your gallery that slaps, and drop Vin's Got Your Back in the contact form, and that red carpet VIP hookup will be yours. Capco gear hits like a top rope elbow. Go get yours and level up now. All right, so let's break into all the action that was Friday Night Smackdown. We had one hell of a show, and we kick off with those gorgeous Germany shots before the stars hit the ramp, right? But hold up, the Viper is in the house. Randy Orton struts out, soaking in the vibes, welcoming the WWE Universe to SmackDown. Dude's feeling himself until Trick William crashes the party like he owns the place. Trick's on that forget the it's my year talk, new era, new king, and the world can't get enough of Trick Willie energy. He hits Randy with this ain't 2006, it's 2026. Let's talk about it, man. Trick sliding in with the big dogs like Cody and Randy. Randy. With Cody and Randy, he belongs there, man. But Orton fired back. You want to talk? Let's talk. Reminds Trick that he's a 14-time world champion. Gives him procs, but questions him interrupting was the smartest move. Basically calls him brain dead for turning his back on the Viper. Trick says he's just here to rub shoulders with the greatness and has the stones to do what others won't. Randy warns him, though, says they ain't teaching this in NXT. Never turn your back on me again, or it's not a whooping, it's an ass beating. Boom. Trick slaps the mic out of Randy's hand right then in the but there's an RKO on the apron. Randy lines up another, but then Mike the Miz jumps him from behind, skull crushing finale attempt. But of course, Randy turns that right into an RKO out of nowhere. RKO City, baby. RKO everybody. Randy, I'm sorry. Randy exits and Ray Phoenix is making his entrance down the ramp as Randy Orton is walking back up the ramp. A little fist bump there. Next up, of course, is Trick Williams versus Ray Phoenix. It was a good match. I knew Ray wasn't gonna win. I didn't really like that, but I do love Trick Williams. I just feel like Phoenix is getting all mixed up and lost in the shuffle now. I don't know, like, he was on a good run. He was kind of dominating for a little guy, and now he's just losing to the new call-ups. I don't really like that. It was a good match. It needed to be what it needed to be, but in the end, Phoenix rolls Trick up. Trick flips it into his own roll-up, grabs the tights for a sneaky pin, and of course, Trick Williams is the winner. So we're gonna do a yay. Oh shoot. There we go. Right, for the whole sequence. Solid debut for Trick Williams, by the way. WWE clearly sees star power putting him in with Cody and Randy. But as I said, Ray Phoenix, his direction feels lost. I think this is maybe time to reunite the Lucha Brothers on the main roster in WWE to make it happen. I mean, just make it happen. I think they both need it. I think they're both on different brands right now, but hopefully something soon because Ray Phoenix can't just drop to the bottom like that, man. He's too good for that. So next we get No Fear from Julia. Byron Saxon is backstage with Kiana James and the women's U.S. champion, Julia. The champ says that the title is home where it belongs, and Kiana calls Julia the unaccounted for weapon that's about to own the women's division. Julia respects Alexa Bliss, but promises to make an example of her tonight. Soon we get Damian Priest is done with Aleister Black. We get a recap video of last week's brutal ambulance match. Backstage, Priest tells Byron he's banged up, but he won the war. He wants in on the WWE title chase, maybe even a shot at the respected Cody Rhodes. But then Drew McIntyre interrupts him and says, "If I beat Cody tonight, we run it back. And remember what I did to you last time." Priest said. Drew tells Byron Cody's emotions are the issue. He stole Dusty's old pawned Rolex from the bus. Says Cody snaps, gets DQ'd, and Drew's one step from the gold. Alexa Bliss is flying solo tonight when she finally makes her entrance, right? But she's on the phone with Sick Charlotte Flair, explaining she just learned about the title match today and tells Charlotte to rest up when she's interrupted by Nia Jax and Lash Legend trying to stir drama between Charlotte and Alexa. Bliss claps Black, "You're protecting Nia. That's what you would do." Or you're projecting, I'm sorry. It tells Nia that she's projecting and says that's what you would do. And she tells Lash Legend to ditch Jax before she gets dragged. So next up is the actual match. However, there's a lot of outside chaos from Kiana Lash. And Nia leads to Julia's Northern Lights bomb for the win. The winner and still the WWE Women's United States Champion is Julia, which I think is a good idea. But post-match beatdown on Alexa gets an annihilator from Nia. So on everything, this gets a yay. I mean, what a banger of a match. These two absolute killers with perfect size contrast and two of the most good-looking women in the WWE and two of the best to ever do it in the world. It could have been legendary without the constant interference, but still a very strong match. So, of course, it gets a yay. Also, I love both of those women. It was going to get a yay, even if the match itself sucked. So, Jordynne Grace has officially signed with SmackDown, and Nick Aldis welcomes her to the roster. But, of course, Chelsea Green and Alba Fire barging, complaining. Aldis books Alba for Jordan later... Alba Fire and Jordynne Grace for later in the night. Kit Wilson whines about last week with Matt Cardona. Nick slams the door in his face. Kit Wilson, wild. You know what I mean? I don't know that I like. I don't know that I like this new gimmick of his too much. The toxic masculinity gimmick. Easy for me to say. So everybody wants a piece of the nightmare. It seems. Matt Cardona is backstage next, hyping his WWE return. He hugs Cody and says he's back for the WWE Championship. Cody says, after Drew, we talk. The crowd boos Cody again, and Germany is not feeling the nightmare, however. So next we get the Wyatt Six versus the MFTs, which was a very good match. I liked it a whole bunch, okay? But on the outside, Solo snatches the lantern and distracts Uncle Howdy. Tama Tonga hits his cutthroat for the win. And the MFTs walk off with the lantern while the Wyatt Six just sit there looking defeated. This obviously gets a yay. Because it's Solo Sikoa and the MFTs, and also, you know, the Wyatt Six. I'm sorry that you guys can hear my dogs barking. I really am sorry about that. So obviously, yay, but the finish and the aftermath were a little dumb. If the lantern matters that much, chase them down. You know what I mean? So backstage, Ilya Dragunov kind of passes on Carmelo Hayes. And then Carmelo and The Miz are backstage. Miz plotting another WWE title shot. Mello says he has an open challenge for tonight. Miz makes excuses thanks to Randy Orton's RKO from earlier. Mello trolls him a little bit, then invites Ilya Dragunov to the open challenge, but Ilya says someday, but he's here for different business with Nick Aldis. So next we actually get the match between Alba Fire and Jordynne Grace. It's a pretty good debut, I reckon. It went well. In the end, Jordynne hits the beast mode, which is the torture rack bomb for the win. Jordynne Grace, post-match, gets confronted by Jade Cargill in the aisle. You're on my show now, is what Jade said. The crowd chates AEW. Come on, Germany. She was there forever ago. Just let it go. Okay, so now I don't remember which one. Damn. Anyway, a boo for that one. We'll just give it boo. Boo on the cheap hate. Yay, however. For Jordynne Grace's showcase. She deserves a big main roster run after NXT. The torture rack bomb looked like it was a little off. She didn't hit it squarely. But she'll dial it in, I'm sure, as she gets used to being on the main roster. Next up, Sami Zayn wants WWE Gold. Sami tells Byron, a small part of him wants Drew to win because he's never beaten him for the title. But Cody's great, and he's pulling for Cody to win. Either way, he'll be ready on the other side. So now we go backstage, and Johnny Gargano is dressed as Axiom to ambush Nathan Frazier, preventing him from answering the open challenge. And guess who does answer the open challenge for Carmelo Hayes in the United States Championship? That's right, Shinsuke Nakamura. Okay, the crowd sings Shinsuke's theme loud. Mid-2010 vibes heavy. The WWE, the United States Championship is on the line. Good back and forth. And of course, you're going to expect that with Carmelo Hayes and with Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke looks strong, but Carmelo Hayes eventually counters with the first 38 into the nothing but net for the retention. The winner and still the WWE United States Champion is Carmelo Hayes. Respectful post-match handshake from Nakamura, though. So, yay. This ruled. What a great match these two put on. Awesome storytelling. Mello shines as a babyface in the ring. This could have been one of the best matches of the night. Okay, so now we're going to talk about how Germany really hates Cody Rhodes, man. Byron talks to Cody, but the boos from the crowd just rain down. And Cody calls Drew stealing Dusty's watch lazy. He says he'll win, then eyes the Royal Rumble in WrestleMania. Nick Aldis announces uh, next week's SmackDown 4 singles matches where the winners will advance to a 4-way at Saturday night's main event, where the winner gets WWE title shots at the Royal Rumble versus whoever wins the championship tonight. Randy Orton versus The Miz, Matt Cardona versus Trick Williams, Damian Priest versus Solo Sikoa, and Sami Zayn versus Ilya Dragunov. So next we go right into the 3 stages of Hell match between Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. Stage 1 is a standard wrestling match where Drew hits Cody with a low blow pretty early on and then hits the Claymore to win. Stage 2 is a Falls Count Anywhere. Cody hits a crossroad through the announce table and it looks bad. It does not look like it went right. It looks like it went crazy. It looks like they probably bumped heads, but Cody gets the win. The stage 3 is a steel cage match where Jacob Fatu returns and starts beating the crap out of Drew, but then starts beating the crap out of Cody Rhodes, which allows Drew to climb out of the cage and actually win the freaking championship in front of people. If you don't think that this was getting a yay, oh my God, it is. Great match, perfect ending, deserved results for Drew. Cody attacks Fatu as Drew celebrates and the show ends. Drew finally holding that gold in front of a live crowd. Of course, that gets a yay. The overall SmackDown review, however, straight up fun episode. The last couple weeks, WWE nailed the 3-hour formula. Keep this energy through Mania season. The main event delivered big time. So glad they didn't rob Drew again. Long overdue, paying respect in front of fans. Well earned, Drew. You deserve it. You deserve it. So yay across the board for the episode of Friday Night Smackdown, right? What a banger. So all right, you beautiful wrestling heathen, you all power up the VK Wrestling Rebellion, and we're grateful you rode this wild wave with us. Before we drop the mic and let the echoes hit, turn it up. Drop your most unhinged Raw predictions, wildest Rumble ideas, or just pure wrestling passion in the comment section. Make this section louder than a glass-shattering Stone Cold entrance. Demolish that subscribe button if you're not already locked in. Drag your crew into the revolution and stalk us on X, Instagram, and TikTok for the unscripted heat. I am Vin C Punk, and this is VKPunk Wrestling, where we run the bingo and we're going to the moon. Okay, VKPunk Wrestling, we the ones for wrestling content. Stay savage, stay unbreakable, chin up, tits out, and deuces, ooses. Have a good one.